एंड अभी एक नया ट्रेंड आजकल बड़ा सुनने में आ रहा है लास्ट 2-3 ईयर्स से, विच इज वेयर हाउसिंग। इंडिया ग्रोथ स्टोरी की जब हम बात करते हैं तो एवरीबडी इज नाउ आफ्टर वेयर हाउसिंग। जितने भी बिग प्लेयर्स हैं वो वेयर हाउसिंग की तरफ काफी बढ़ रहे हैं। एंड आई नो आपका भी काफी एक्सपीरियंस है, तो व्हाट ट्रेंड्स आर यू सीइंग इन वेयर हाउसिंग एंड हाउ डू यू सी के अगले 5-7 साल में कैसे होने वाला है
इंडिया? जैसे मोदी जी ने कहा कि हम 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी हो जाएंगे।
यस,
जो वी आर वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट, द कंप्लीट नेशन इज वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट। आउट ऑफ 5 ट्रिलियन, let's chalk out few big sectors which will contribute to that 5 trillion.
yeah,
So infra development being one,
yeah, number one,
right? So the roads will have to happen, the ports have to happen, everything infra related, heavy infra is to be built.
airports,
Airports,
highways,
everything is to be built, right? And we all have to ramp up towards that.
yeah,
Number 2, I would say the real estate industry is a very, very big contributor,
yeah, yeah,
right, to that 5 trillion. IT companies, manufacturing, right? Once the spending power and all these industries have to function, they have to work out of certain areas,
yeah,
right? And it has to be organized. It can't go on like the old school कि कुछ सामान कहीं है और कुछ सामान कहीं और है। आज फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल Amazon आपको सिंगल डे 4 आवर डिलीवरी, या फिर मैं ब्लिंकिट का तो थोड़ा डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट है, ब्लिंकिट वगैरह हैव देयर सेंट्रल बिग वेयर हाउसेस एंड डार्क स्टोर्स which are within 5 kilometer radius of wherever you're living.
yeah,
But obviously those dark stores are getting feeded from certain big warehouses as well.
okay,
All the manufacturing which will have to happen, you will have to save the raw material and also the finished goods somewhere. Right?
Walmart and all जितनी भी companies आ रही हैं, they are all attached to warehousing.
Warehousing requirement is not only by IT, it is by manufacturing, it is by infra, it is by FMCG,
Yeah,
it is by almost anybody who's manufacturing or in infra or even in IT today. So you're talking about that this is not a new trend, by the way. Warehousing has been there for for long years, right? But the grade A warehousing story has started 5 years back.
okay,
See, today India is on a world stage and we are competing with the best of best. We are saying that we have to be a developed country. So for us to be a developed country, our infra has to be of that level. Our manufacturing sector has to be of level. Now you can't expect that after manufacturing something very fancy that goes in a godown. Usually people when they come to us, they also say hum to godown chahiye. We don't do godowns. We now do a grade A warehouse structure.
so all these multinational companies, all these Apple manufacturing,
Yeah,
and
they would
all-
not want their stuff to be stored in a godown.
yeah, agree.
They would
For
want
an
something
example,
with A-grade security.
Old go down, some of them are not even fire compliant.
okay, okay,
And a cost of a container of Apple products can be upwards of let's say 12-13 crore तक भी हो सकता है, a single 40 feet Apple container.
एक container,
Correct. So अगर वो 1 लाख स्क्वायर फीट की स्पेस है, imagine the quantum of material which is getting stored.
yeah,
So they
cost
would
of the
want it
product.
to be fully compliant with all facilities which are possible. That being one. The other side is, for an example, just in time, JIT. आज सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल मैं कहूंगा ये Zepto, Blinkit और JIT आप ऐप में पंच करते हैं, and वो if it is not organized to a certain level, they would not be able to fulfill the value chain.
yeah, yeah,
Single day delivery by Amazon is another example. If they have to deliver, they have to know how it is getting stored,
yeah.
and how it would be shipped and where it is stored.
पूरा tech
पूरा
बना
supply
है.
chain
पूरा
चाहिए.
supply chain
management
पूरा
है पूरा.
automized होना है.
yeah,
तो वो तो organized big spaces में ही हो सकता है.
yeah,
Hence the trend.
Warehousing का इस समय hotbeds. Chennai has always been there. Mumbai has been there. Pune has been there. Hyderabad is coming up. Kolkata is coming up.
अच्छा,
Delhi NCR, obviously with the kind of population we have and the kind of demand we have, but now it is the same is being spread to tier 2 also. And the biggest challenge in a warehousing transaction, you'll be surprised to know, is not building the warehouse or
Achha.
not leasing the warehouse. It is in finding the land.
Land consolidation.
Is the land consolidation for that grade A warehouse structure.
Achha.
Because see, today a lot of funds are coming from abroad and they want to invest either in a commercial real estate wherein they get higher yield, or they want to invest in a warehousing or a grade A logistic park. Now understand this, Godrej is Godrej today because of what? Because of the massive real estate they have in Mumbai.
Okay.
Right? Similarly, other industrialists who had 100 acres of land as an industry, today they are converting it to a township and cutting out residential, commercial, XYZ and making money there. So these large funds, when they come, they see that there is an underlying land. On this land, there is a box or there is a warehouse being done, which has a 40-year life. So even after, let's say they're buying it at a 7.5% yield, the entire asset pays for itself within 10-11 years. After that, they enjoy those rentals for that whatever time.
Yeah.
And then the value of land. कहते हैं ना कि वर्ल्ड में सिर्फ और सिर्फ पानी स्केर्स नहीं है, जमीन स्केर्स है.
बिल्कुल.
जमीन कम है, पानी तो बहुत है. तो जो वो लैंड की वैल्यू बन जाती है आफ्टर दोस, बिकॉज दीज पीपल हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ विजन. हम लोग तो 3 साल में हमें पैसे डबल चाहिए या हमें 2 साल में पैसे डबल चाहिए, लेकिन इन लोगों का विजन बहुत लॉन्ग है. That they will buy something, they will enjoy those rentals, and after that they'll say, when we have that 50-acre, 100-acre park, at that point of time, growth कैसी होती है? या तो बिल्डिंग ऊपर जाती है, या शहर ऐसे बढ़ता है या ऐसे बढ़ता है. तो शहर जब ऐसे बढ़ रहा है, और जब when that 100-acre logistic park was at the fag end of the city, now is suddenly within the city. The value of that land is, that growth is exponential. So a lot of funds who want to come in, they want to say that we will not invest at something which is less than 25 acres. It actually used to be 1 million square feet, but now they are still considering something which is at around 25 acres. So somebody who's buying or consolidating that 25 acres and then spending the money for a grade A warehouse structure will not want to do a grade B, grade C structure anymore. Because they would want to attract that kind of tenants who pay on time, and that person is able to flip it to a fund wherein that money is coming on time and the underlying value of the real estate is there. So overall, in the entire ecosystem, it becomes an excellent investment. In fact, बहुत सारी जो offices हैं, the home offices, a lot of industrialists, they want to buy an entire logistic park as their personal portfolio. They're saying, no, we don't want to buy a fancy condo, or we don't want to buy a holiday home. You get us a good logistic park, we will buy, whether it is whatever the value is, 100, 200, 300, 500 crore. They'll want to put in money there and enjoy those rentals.
मैं उस दिन पढ़ रहा था कहीं पे कि इंडिया का जो सबसे बड़ा लैंड ओनर है, that is the Indian government and military. But the second largest now has become BlackRock. अगर आपने भी इसको पढ़ा हो, तो BlackRock is buying land in India and they are
buying land through the warehousing route.
They're buying through warehousing, through malls. They're even buying schools, hospital, any place which is giving a rental yield, they are buying, and they have now become India's second largest landowners. क्योंकि US से जब ये लोग पैसा लेकर आते हैं, तो US में जो रिटर्न है वो बहुत ही कम है.
कॉस्ट
ऑफ फंड्स बहुत कम है, एंड ऑल्सो रेंटल यील्ड भी उतनी नहीं है.
करेक्ट.
जितनी उनको यहाँ मिल जाती है. तो लाइक यू वर सेइंग 6 to 8% इज अनहर्ड इन US.
एब्सोल्युटली.
तो उनका कॉस्ट ऑफ फंड बहुत कम है, एंड दे आर कमिंग इन, दे आर बाइंग लैंड लाइक एनीथिंग. कोई भी अच्छा मॉल आता है खरीदने.
एंड प्लस इट इज वेरी वेरी हाईली सिक्योर्ड एज वेल. गौरव, आप ये सोचो, अंडरलाइंग एसेट इज स्टिल लैंड, एंड द स्ट्रक्चर एज वेल इज the steel structure. Both of the items, मतलब very long life. Construction में major constituent क्या है? In warehousing, 70% of the cost of construction, 60 से 70% is going towards the steel, which has got a huge salvage value. And underlying asset is land. तो yield तो जो आया ही आया, 25-30 साल 40 साल आपने यील्ड कमाया, सिटी बाउंड्रीज एक्सपैंड हो गए, लैंड अभी भी आपके पास है, 40 साल बाद आप इसे कन्वर्ट करा लीजिए।
हाँ, तब तक प्राइस भी 40 गुना हो चुके होते
कुछ भी हो गया होगा।
आप 40 आप शायद कम कह रहे हैं।
कॉस्ट ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन जो आप बता रहे हो, यहाँ पर लेट से आज हम ग्रेड ए स्ट्रक्चर की 2000 रुपए की कॉस्ट मानते हैं स्क्वायर फीट की। I was in the UK last month, and then my brother-in-law is an architect there,
Yeah.
and he does a logistic park in UK,
Oh wow.
right? And he constructs them, advises them, consults them on that only, and he's done a lot of logistic park. So we were just discussing notes as to what is the cost of construction. The cost of construction there varies between 120 to 150 pounds,
Wow.
which is in our monetary terms 13,000 to 16,000 rupees. And the rentals are also not that high.
Yeah.
So the yield which they get on their assets and the yield which we get on our assets, why won't a BlackRock or a Blackstone want to come to India?
Yeah.
Because the yield which they get here, and they see that the kind of population explosion which is happening, it's not happening anywhere. बाकी जगह तो इतनी rising population है ही नहीं।
Yeah.
वो immigrant population जो बन रही है, but उनकी अपनी population थोड़ा ना बन रही है।
Agree.
They plan it in a manner that the rentals offset the taxes, and the entire asset is paying off it itself in 10 to 11 years. It's a beautiful, smart move by them.